can't stop me. I stand 10 toes, it's impossible to drop me. Find it right out if the police try and lock me. Walked up in the gun store and told it to clock me.
Recently, I got into the classic manga series Yu Yu Hakasho, mostly due to peer pressure, and I must say I was not disappointed. I also checked and realized there really isn't any solid Yu Yu scaling on YouTube. With that in mind, my first character I will be scaling is the main character, Yusuke Urameshi. This scaling will be broken down into 2 videos. This video will scale up to the end of the Dark Tournament arc. I will discuss the events up to then, explain and scale specific feats, and hopefully satisfy the Yu Yu community. With that being said, I hope you sit back and enjoy my hard work on this script. 14-year-old Yusuke Urameshi was the top-notch goon in his area and rarely attended school. When he decided one day to go home early, he saw a kid about to get hit by a car. Yusuke pushed the kid out of the way to save him, losing his own life in the process. This event gave Yusuke a second chance at life, ironically. He was met by Botan, a spirit guide. This is the first bit of scaling and is introduced in Chapter 1, page 36. This is when Botan explains that Yusuke's fate was not bound by fates the gods are aware of. This means Yusuke's spirit is acausal or not bound by fate. From here, Yusuke grinds to earn his chance to return to his body. For the next several chapters, Yusuke goes on missions that don't really have quantifiable feats. We do see his spirit tank getting launched into outer space, but it was more of a gag scene and doesn't really apply to when he returns to human form. The fun begins when Yusuke returns to his body. He is tasked with becoming a spirit detective after showing the ability to capture a demon on his own. This occurs in Chapter 19, page 18, and this is where he also learns his signature move, the Raygun, aka the spiritual finger bang. Base Raygun is 2 times any physical attack and can go through physical objects like walls in order to hit his foe. Yusuke is soon tasked with taking down 3 rogue demon thieves, Kurama, Hiei, and Goiki. When Yusuke takes on Goiki's casual punch, by the way, if I butcher it, I don't care because I'm American. Anyways, his punch bodies a massive tree. Yusuke tanks multiple punches of these caliber before ending the fight with a spirit gun to the mouth. Kurama is a fox demon who is in human form and is pretty chill. In Chapter 22, Yusuke gives up half his life force so that Kurama doesn't die. By the way, videos on Kurama and Hiei and Kuwabara will come after this. Just because, Kurama's probably the most popular character, but Hiei's my favorite. Now, here comes some pretty solid speed feats. Yusuke's girl is taken by Hiei, the Chad of the series. She will have a demon eye awakened in her forehead if Yusuke does not defeat Hiei in time. Hiei is mind-controlling humans, and a swarm of them in Chapter 22, page 11, get BFR'd by a single punch from Yusuke. Hiei reveals his third eye, the Jagan. The Jagan is supposed to passively control by Hiei, and Hiei is passively negged by Yusuke, which Hiei explains means his natural spiritual energy is insane. So we see that just his spiritual energy on Yusuke's behalf can neg hacks. Yusuke is then blitzed by Hiei, and Yusuke remarks that Hiei is so fast he seems to teleport. Let's lowball Yusuke and say he has normal human perception. For him to think teleportation has occurred, Hiei had to reach a minimum Mach 50 in speed. As the stakes rise, Yusuke unlocks a fat store of energy. This multi-amp allows him to tag Mach 50 Hiei and even harm him. This happens in Chapter 24, page 4. Hiei then gets serious, and Yusuke has to amp again to match the new speed. Hiei then says Yusuke's amps are so fast that he would soon surpass even Hiei, and this is stated in Chapter 24, page 13. The fight ends with a genius move on the part of Yusuke. Yusuke fires off a ray gun and intentionally misses. The blast reflects off of a mirror and one-shots Hiei from behind. With the fight after Mach 50, they get multiple times faster, so Mach 150 to 200 at the end of the fight is safe. Next arc is training for apprenticeship. Yusuke lands a 155 on the hit test. This causes the master to remark on chapter 26, page 6, that Yusuke is a force of nature as long as he taps into his innate ability. This is backed up when Yusuke comes in third despite having to dispatch a large bat demon in a race. In the 1v1 tournament, Yusuke fights blind in round 1, as does everyone, except the person he fought was cheating. He uses a cigarette to put a light on his foe, then one-shots him with a ray gun. In round 2, Yusuke doesn't have enough ray to produce a ray gun, and even still, his foe says a basic Yusuke punch is potentially lethal. Chapter 29, page 15, Yusuke tanks a point-blank explosion and continues. At this point, city block level is beyond reasonable. Then Yusuke faces a formidable demon named Randu. Yusuke gets on another amp on chapter 31, page 13, which forces Randu to use his true form. When trapped on an unbreakable thread, Yusuke emits a wave of energy that one-shots a school of demonic fish. Chapter 32, page 9, Randu states Yusuke shouldn't have that power level. Yusuke is the winner and learns new skills. Next arc is Makai Insect Demon Invasion arc. Chapter 33, page 10, we see improved Yusuke one-shot BFR multiple mind-controlled men with a single fist. We then see Yusuke and gang confront the demons responsible. This is when we get Yusuke versus Suzaku, the strongest of the demon goons. Yusuke blitzes and forces Suzaku to deflect a ray gun in chapter 41, which blows a massive hole in the dome. The blow numbed Suzaku's hand, and he remarked that it had been ages since he had faced such a strong foe. Suzaku then resorts to one of his special signature moves, the Dark Lightning Punch. This punch, as described in the manga, is Yuki amping electricity as a power blow. Yusuke evades this but is hit by the shockwave. Yusuke was able to dodge flowing electricity from the punch, which is faster than lightning. Chapter 42, this solidifies his speed and power has risen. He then faces Suzaku clones in chapter 43, shotgun fisting them and giving them all fatal wounds. He then, in chapter 44, page 7, is shown to have surpassed all his previous power by sheer will alone. Just a few panels later, he breaks armor likened to diamond. Diamond is measured at 2.8 gigapascals in strength. This is also per cubic meter. 1 gigapascal equals 1 billion newtons per square meter. So 2.8 billion newtons. 1 ton of TNT is 4.184 billion newtons. Given the armor is huge, Yusuke's hit was at least around 1 ton of TNT in strength, if not more. A half-mile steel bridge was destroyed by 800 pounds of TNT. So this one hit would drop around 2 miles of steel bridge in one shot, just to give you an idea of how strong a Yusuke punch is at this point. Soon after, we see in chapter 48, Yusuke can let off a multi-ray gun. This Yusuke undergoes more power amps, as seen in chapter 52, page 9, when he can't even blitz a fatigued Yusuke. In chapter 58, Yusuke takes a blitz from a lead demon and is amused. We soon arrive at the epic match between Yusuke and Drunk Master. Yusuke goes toe-to-toe with amped Drunk Master and is fine, even tanking his strongest energy move. This causes the two to place their heels on knives to keep them toe-to-toe and fisticuffs, and Yusuke wins via headbutt. They then face mutated experiments. In chapter 64, page 13 through 15, Yusuke amps up and has stated his spirit and power can't be calculated nor predicted. Later, Yusuke faces the top dog Jin and puts in work. He lands 6 punches instantly, and by chapter 72, one shotgun hit one-shots Jin. We then lead into the Dark Tournament. This Yusuke is constantly sleeping from training. Chapter 86, Drunk Master comes upon Yusuke, who is sleeping, and states that Sleep Yusuke is beyond anything he can do. This is crazy because not too long ago in chapter 59, they were almost even with Yusuke taking the victory. In chapter 91, Genkai, Yusuke's master, dies confronting Toguro. Enraged Yusuke blitzes 80% Toguro and ruins his hand. Just 30% Toguro was above Jin, Drunk Master, etc. Chapter 92, page 22. Yusuke shoots a ray gun to heaven in an incalculable distance. We then get to see Yusuke versus Toguro. Toguro's aura passively kills beings below him, and Yusuke tanks it. Chapter 104, Yusuke blitzes and lands a ray gun. This ray gun was 3 times stronger than Yusuke versus Drunken Master's ray gun. Chapter 104 ends with Yusuke tanking 80% aura ability. Yusuke lets loose and blitzes Toguro, forcing him to go 100%. These punches scaled above the 3 times ray gun 100%, 3 times ray gun that he used previously in the fight. 100% aura insta-kills onlookers, and Toguro eats souls passively. Again, Yusuke is fine. We also note that these levels of power, Kuwabara stated, would have driven him absolutely mad and finished him if he was in the place of Yusuke. Yusuke and Toguro swap hands, with Yusuke annoyed by the hits. After he thinks he's failed and that Kuwabara has been killed by Toguro, Yusuke stands up coldly. 100% Toguro trembles and is fearful. Chapter 109, page 12. Toguro can't fathom his speed, as Yusuke seems to be invisible, and in page 16, a ray gun snaps Toguro's neck. For note, Yusuke scales FTL by now, as he was a few times above lightning prior, and the invisible movement factor is 4.2 times above Toguro's relative to light speed perception and moves. Yusuke then overpowers 120% Toguro. The battle easily was passively destroying the arena and possibly island. So Dark Tournament and Yusuke is arguably island level attack potency, which makes sense for the demon class ranking, which I'll explain next video, and is easily FTL. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you are a Yu fan, let me know down below. Let me know who your favorite character is. So far, for me, it's Hiei, but Yusuke is hell about it too. By the way, if you think Naruto's a bomb manga, you have to read Yu because Naruto steals so much from Yu Hakusho. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Join my Patreon for exclusive access, only $1 a month. Anyways, it's been your boy Sir Splash, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.